Hello everyone, welcome back to Echo. This is how we become real woke. My name is Empress Taloa and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Today's topic, before I actually welcome you officially, today's topic is about identity shift. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I have referred to it in previous videos about how I have shifted identities over the years. So I will be sharing what identity shifting is. I'll also share a few things that you can do in your own life so that you can also experience an identity shift if that is what you intend to do. And I will also be showing you some examples of people that have actually shared their own journeys of shifting their identities. I'm going to show you how I've shifted my identity, like how different I look from how I was back then. And then I'm also going to share um, about a brother of mine. He's a brother and a colleague. I'm not going to mention his name, but you will see his picture later in the video when I show the example. So I hope you guys are excited about that, because with identity shifts, we are actually able to manifest better. So if what I mean by that is, if you desire to be living a certain lifestyle, maybe you desire your bank account to be a certain size and things like that. When you shift your identity, those things become effortless. You cease to struggle. Okay, so that's what we are going to be talking about today. So now, officially, to welcome you back to the channel. If you're an old viewer, if you are a new viewer, I welcome you to the channel. If any of the content on the channel resonates with you, please feel free to subscribe, and please hit the like button so that more people can see this video. And don't forget to hit the notifications icon so that you can always be notified when we post new content. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's topic. When I looked at the dictionary for the definition of identity, it mentioned how one sees themselves, or a state of a thing or a person, and also how others also see you. So just to simplify it, that's what the meaning said. So if that is what an identity is, surely it can be shifted, right? It is not cast in stone. So we may have some of you out there thinking that it's over for you. There's nothing more you can do in your life. I'm here to tell you that that is not true. You've got it so wrong. Okay? You can shift yourself from where you are right now to where you desire to be. In the beginning, it takes effort. It does take effort, guys. But what doesn't take effort in the beginning? Right? If you want to lose weight, maybe, or you want to be fit, and you start an exercise regime, In the beginning, it's not easy. You know, you feel like you want to give up, your muscles ache, you know, but the more you do it, the more it becomes part of you, the more effortless it becomes. So it's the same with also shifting identities. I suppose with anything really in life. In the beginning, it's not easy because you're learning, right? So failing is not a bad thing because it means you are still learning, right? Where failing becomes a problem is when you are stuck in the loop. You know, you are in a pattern of failing that is just not going away. That means there is something there that you need to, you know, explore, uncover, and understand so that you can shift it. For the longest time, I used to start things. I used to start projects and I could never see them through to the end. I was just sharing with my daughter yesterday that I once had this website, I had this idea for township filmmakers in South Africa. So I created this free website and I started working on it. And then somewhere in the middle, I got attracted to something else. So I stopped doing what I was doing and I started something else. So even if it was going to be successful, I will never know because I did not see it through. You see? So I had to shift my identity so that I'm able to be the person that starts things and finishes them. Okay? So for me personally, I feel like not finishing the things you start is not a good trait, you know, to always leave things hanging. So that's why I wanted to shift that in myself. Yeah. So what are the kinds of things that you can do for yourself to start shifting? The first thing, like I said in one of the previous videos, is awareness, self-awareness. So to shift something, you gotta be aware of its current state. And when you are aware of the current state, it is only then that you can decide whether this needs to be shifted or not, changed or not. Okay, so self-awareness is the first thing, okay? And then, so with self-awareness, maybe if I can just elaborate a little bit. With self-awareness, you actually start noticing the kinds of thoughts that you have about yourself, about situations, about other people, about your abilities or lack thereof, maybe. Self-awareness also is about being aware of things that make you feel bad and things that make you feel good, so that you can do more of the things that make you feel good and less of the things that make you feel bad. And even with people, once you are aware, once you are self-aware, then you choose for yourself that I do not want to be with these types of people because I don't feel good when I'm around them, you know. And also try and like assess and discern why is it that you don't feel good when you are with these people? Because a lot of the times it's not about them, it's about you, right? So the second thing you can do in order to shift your identity is to monitor, maybe not monitor is not the correct word. Notice the thoughts. Notice the thoughts, and once you notice that you are thinking a thought that is making you to feel bad, you can shift it immediately. How I used to do that, I would say, no, cancel, stop, cancel, And I also shared in a previous video that I would use a phrase that goes higher over the lower, meaning higher vibrations over the lower vibrations, because the higher vibrations feel good and the lower vibrations feel bad. So that is one of the ways that I would program my mind so that I could start shifting my thoughts. One of the other ways you can shift is to visualize. So I know this word visualization feels like it's being overused, but it is actually a great tool. I'm going to be doing a video about psychology very soon. So in psychology, it is understood that there is power in visualization. And even scientifically, if you look at neuroscience, okay, which is the science of the mind, brain, so there's something that they call neuroplasticity.
Is a biological science that is concerned with the function of the brain and the nervous system. For many years, scientists thought that the brain was fixed and couldn't adapt or change after childhood, but advances in fMRI scanning have shown that this could not be further from the truth. We can now see that our brains change and adapt every day, regardless of our age. Every time we learn something new, we're harnessing the power of neuroplasticity. When we learn a new skill or think about something differently, we begin to make new connections between neurons. Every time we practice a new skill, think in a certain way, or feel a specific emotion, those related connections are then strengthened and it becomes easier for our brains to follow this pathway. If we keep using this pathway, our brains begin to adapt and this new way of thinking, feeling, or doing becomes second nature.
So visualization works, guys. It works. So start visualizing yourself as the person that you would like to see yourself as. What shifted me is that I found a hypnosis meditation on abundance, and unfortunately I lost it. It was a free meditation I got from a newsletter, an email newsletter, and unfortunately, like I'm saying, I lost it, and it was such a beautiful hypnosis. The speaker in the meditation says that to shift yourself to abundance, you need to consider two things. So the first one is how you see yourself when you think of yourself. We're constantly thinking, guys. So for me, back then, when I would visualize myself, I would visualize myself in struggle, right? So after engaging with this meditation, it actually took you through a process where you would actually visualize yourself as that person doing those things that you would like to do, So that had such an impact on me. Even now, when I look at myself in the mirror or when I watch the videos sometimes that I post, I can see that I am becoming that person that I visualized back then. And when I think of myself now, I don't think of myself as myself in the past. We'll talk about it some other time. So I'd just like to show you some few examples of people that actually have shifted their identities. So these, as you can see, some YouTubers that have actually posted videos about how they have shifted their identities. You guys are more than welcome to go and check out their videos. And then This here is my colleague, my brother. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this guy. Hey? And then look at me. This is how I've shifted, right? So I hope you guys are ready to shift your own identities if that is what you desire to do. I mean, if you're happy with who you are, that's, oh wow, I'm happy for you. Hey, like, I'm really happy for you if you can be content where you are with who you are, with what you have. That is a beautiful space to be in. But if you do desire to change or to shift, then follow the steps. I mean, those 3 things that I've mentioned do start to shift who you are. I think maybe the last one is what you say about yourself. The self-talk. Stop the negative self-talk. Once you notice you are doing it, shift it, flip it. If you find it hard to flip it, go watch a YouTube video or play some beautiful music. You'll forget about that thought and you'll start thinking some good thoughts. So hope you found value into this video, guys. And I will see you in the next video. On that note, Empress Taloa signing out of Echo. This is how we become real woke. Thank you.